We back. Cue the music. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all already know what it is, man. We got another one going on, man. Shout out to that boy.
Alright, so
Let's see what we got.
I mentioned a lot. Talking about it's over after 45. Talking about do you feel comfortable discussing sexuality? Or what do you want to talk about?
What you want to talk
I
about?
want to talk about relationships and kind of like dating because I kind of suck at it. I'm not the best.
Okay.
I've been in a long-term relationship.
Okay.
You've been in one?
Huh?
You've been in a long-term relationship?
Yes, the longest I was in was 13 years.
Whoa.
And how old are you again?
37.
13 years. Were you married?
No.
Any children?
No.
That was a common law marriage.
For the long-distance relationship, were you guys living in the same city?
No, it wasn't a long-distance relationship. We were actually living together.
Okay. Why didn't you get married?
Right. Let's see what she
I don't
said.
think he was ready.
Ah. Here we go.
I'm going to say that.
The roller coaster just dropped. Ooh.
I don't think he was ready, to be honest with you, and that's the reason why I left the relationship, because I felt like he was just into being young, shopping, and clubbing.
So it wasn't none of your fault.
More serious.
It wasn't none of your fault though.
Same age.
Hold on. You know what I'm saying? We got the commercial kicking in, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, we finna see what's cracking, man. You know what I'm talking about? She already started now talking about him. Let's go back.
Same age.
You don't think he was ready? In what year did you discover that he wasn't ready?
Well, I mean, after 13 years and there's no
And in what year? But I'm trying to figure out in what year
Right.
did you come to the realization.
Right.
I would
Right.
say maybe 10 years into the relationship.
You know how crazy that is?
It does. I mean, I was in a relationship very young. I was in a relationship from the age of 17.
What
so.
the fuck? Everything say after 10
But
years.
you weren't in a marriage.
Right.
Right.
Okay, if you want to date, you're just gonna have to get comfortable answering questions about your poor work history.
Right.
Okay, I'm open to that.
I'm saying this because if you want to get a job, a wife is a job.
A wife is
So
a
you want to
job.
go sit down with a prospective employer. You got questions for him. You got
Right.
standards for him. You're
Right.
gonna ask you, why were you with somebody for 13 years and you say he wasn't ready? Were you ready?
Right.
Yeah, definitely I was ready.
Oh, it's a bunch of bull horse shit.
I would say after the 10-year mark, because I was young. You know, I was more focused on my career as I still am today.
What?
I realized that I loved him. I was in love.
PhD.
And I was ready to move forward.
Where'd you go to college?
PhD.
Say that again?
Where did you go to college?
No, I didn't go to college, actually.
What?
And then what's your career?
Right.
I process payroll for a living.
That's not a career.
It's not a career?
Ah!
I find it to be a career. I mean, it pays
There
well.
it is.
I mean,
There it is.
You can call it what you want.
Right.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you paid hourly?
Just because you post syrup on shit, that don't make it pancakes. Shout out to Sam the L for that one. Back to Sam.
Yeah.
That's a job.
J.O.B., baby.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
See, a
See?
career
What
is
you mean
something
you wanna
that has
take it?
upward mobility and usually requires secondary education.
Well, my career does require secondary.
You can call it what you want to be. You can call
Okay.
it-
Even you?
See,
Okay, get him.
why are things like this important? Because women aggrandize things
Right.
that are normal.
Right.
My mother worked in a factory.
Okay.
That wasn't a career. She made more money than a lot of people who had careers. But
Okay.
it wasn't a career. So
Right.
when you say I'm focused on my career, I want to hear attorney, accountant, physician, something where
That's funny to
I
her.
want to hear things that require focus.
Well, payroll does require focus.
No, man, that requires
6,000 employees.
Payroll, man, does not require.
Listen.
Okay.
Okay.
If you don't want to.
Oh, okay.
Are there other women who
Look.
do payroll who are married?
Of course, everyone
Then
has
again, well, it doesn't preclude marriage. See, if you were a brain surgeon,
Right.
a cardiac surgeon, or an oncologist,
Listen.
or a neonatal surgeon,
Listen.
somebody who worked long hours,
Right.
then you could talk about your career being first. Because you have the money,
Okay.
the prestige,
Okay.
the social gravitas.
Listen now.
You got an hourly job that you have to take some courses for, but it's just a job.
Okay.
So it's nothing to put marriage aside for.
That's interesting.
Well, if it's not, then why are women who are payroll? What's your proper title?
Say it again.
What's your proper title?
What's your proper title?
Payroll officer.
A payroll officer.
Why
Okay.
are female payroll officers married?
Well, a lot of women that I've worked with have met their husbands in college, and then they just pursue a
Yeah, my
relationship.
point is, why are they married?
I mean, every woman wants to be married. Who wouldn't want to commit?
But why? Men do right. Men do
You
too.
could be too.
If
Oh,
I
you said
found
you-
the right
you
man
could-
that was respectful.
No, ma'am. You're not a wife.
Why? Why do you say that?
Well, because you were with somebody for 13 years and didn't require marriage.
Right.
That's why.
I don't know. You gonna be with
So you
somebody
think a
for
woman
13
should
years?
require marriage?
I think wives require marriage.
And how would she require it? I would love to hear that from you.
Well, she doesn't fucking live with
You're teaching me something.
because she doesn't kick it with somebody
13 years.
weeks, let alone 13 years, and live with a man
Right.
without y'all was shacking up, right?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
You were pretending that you were playing husband and wife, but you didn't get the ring, you didn't get the social credit.
Right. Right. Right.
How do you make a perfectly seasoned
Oh
meal?
man.
Make it
Oh
with
man.
perfectly seasoned.
Right. Listen to the guy, man. Listen to the man, bro. I tell you, bro. It's wild, B. It's wild, B. Hey, I bet when women hear that damn music, I bet they go crazy. Hold on, we back? Tune back in.
There was a ring, but I didn't really feel like the ring was something that I could mention, because if your mom buys the ring for you and you give it to me, that doesn't count, right?
What?
Well, what kind of woman would be with a man whose mama got to buy her a ring?
Oh.
She bought the ring because she got kind of tired of the situation.
What kind of woman would be with
a man
whose mama
bought
buys
the
a
ring? Right.
Well, that's why I'm not with him, right? Because that's actually what made me leave him. The fact that his mama would get involved.
But if a higher level man, a husband, would not accept a woman who would accept a man whose mama had to buy a ring.
Hold on. Run that back now. I don't know if y'all caught
Higher
that.
level man,
Listen.
a husband would not accept a woman who would accept a man whose mama had to buy a ring.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not a wife.
I wouldn't say that.
No, it's okay.
Not over that. You can't just say that over that situation.
There it
Yes,
is.
I can.
See?
Trust me. Everything about you screams not a wife.
See?
Oh my God.
Man, 13
There's
years.
8,000 people watching this.
Sign. Shame, insult, guilt, and the
Man,
need to
you've
be
been with
right.
somebody for 13 years.
13. Damn Marino shit. You know what I'm
I
talking
sent him this video. Hopefully he's watching so he can be embarrassing himself as well. I'm not a wife because I was with someone for 13 years and didn't require to be married.
Well, that's one thing. Well, you're not a wife. That's just an outcome of it.
Right.
Were you raised to be a wife?
Right.
Well, yeah, actually, I have a mother and father that were married. I was raised with a mother and father that was
No.
married.
No.
Yes.
Were you raised? No, your
Were-
mother and father were married.
Were you raised
to
to
be
be a wife? Listen to the question.
I believe I was raised to be a wife.
Okay, if you were raised to be a wife,
You would be one.
then how is it that you could accept a man who did not want to marry you? How could you move into a man's house if you didn't have his last name?
It was actually my apartment.
I don't care. How could you accept women who are wives don't go away with a man who doesn't change?
You know what the hell he's saying. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? But that petty Betty. Continue. Hit it, Sam.
Her last name and put a ring on it.
I can agree to that. And that's what a part of my growth was, to realize that, to be honest.
Hold
But if you
on.
were moving to a man's house, if you didn't have his last name,
It was actually my apartment.
I don't care. How could you accept women who are wives don't go away with a man who doesn't change their last name and put a ring on it?
I can agree to that. And that's what a part of my growth was, to realize that, to be honest.
But if you were raised to be a wife, there wouldn't be any growth necessary.
Well, you know what it is? I have to be honest. I'm an enabler. You know, I actually didn't take my concerns and what I wanted in life and put that as a priority. And it takes time sometimes for someone.
No, it does. No, it does. No.
No?
You were raised to be a single modern woman. You were raised to be a worker.
Right.
I mean, you picked a man who was beneath you. He moved into your house. 2,000 years ago, would that work?
No.
Then why does it work today? Because you got a payroll clerk job?
Yeah.
Payroll officer job?
Yeah.
Wow.
See, answer the question.
That's a fair question.
Right.
You're right. I can't even go against what you're saying. You're absolutely right.
So why didn't you guys...
Man, do these motherfuckers be so hell-bent on not want to admit shit? It burns them up, bruh. Today, that shit burns it burns them up to the very core of the essence of their being. To admit they wrong or admit you're right. Back to you, Sam.
Well, I don't want to have kids unless I'm married. And if you don't want to marry me, why would I have a child?
So why were you laying up having sex with this man for 13 years in your house?
You know what I'm saying? Good question.
I had a sexual appetite that I wanted to please.
With a lower level man.
Correct.
Could you get a higher level one, though?
Of course.
Why didn't
Absolutely.
you? Why didn't you?
Could you get a higher level man to do more than just have sex with you?
Yes.
Oh.
You can get a higher level man to marry.
Of course. I'm just not open to relationships because I'm afraid. I feel like sometimes my...
Stop. How much time? Get them.
Do you listen to the bullshit that's coming out of your mouth?
I'm telling you.
Make your breath stink. You sat here and said that you could get a higher level man.
Right.
You could get a higher level man to have more than sex with you. You get a higher level man to actually marry you. So you're trying to tell us that you openly accepted a lower level man. For what reason?
I mean...
If what you say is true,
right,
then why would you accept a lower level man? You get a higher level man to marry.
Right.
I wasn't thinking that way when I was a young girl. But I'm a grown woman now, and it's...
What makes you think you can get a higher level man?
Now.
What higher level man is actively vetting you to become his wife?
None. Why she say?
Many.
Why did I say I knew it? I told you.
Y'all hear this shit? This is the delusion.
Where? Yes, it is a delusion. But where my nigga DC? Y'all fly where you need him. Y'all about to record that shit, bro. That nigga be like, Back to you, Sam.
What's the delusion? What makes it delusional?
Listen.
The
You
fact that
have
I'm
many.
with someone
No.
in the past.
Excuse me. I'll tell you.
Excuse me.
You said you have many high-level men vetting you right now to be their wife.
That's what she said.
Most of it, okay.
Okay.
How many?
How many?
I'm gonna say about 3.
3?
How old is the oldest?
45.
How old is the youngest?
He's about 26.
He's not a higher-level man.
Well, I mean...
No.
Well, I mean, you see what I'm saying?
No. See, guys, look at the hearts. Graduated college, 45. How much does a 45-year-old make?
About 150,000.
What does he do for a living?
He's a skyscraper.
Have you heard about this
What the? He's a what? A skyscraper? Man, I don't know what they be talking about, man. But let's talk about it. 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 Commercial break, folks. You know what I'm saying, man? Bruh, hold up. We back.
Say again.
See, it's funny to her.
Oh man.
Say again. He goes what?
I say he's a skyscraper.
He's a skyscraper.
What does that mean?
Right.
Well, let's just simplify it. He puts elevators into buildings.
You know, a skyscraper is a building.
Right.
Well, that's the work he does, sir. That's what he considers himself. That's the job title that he gave, and that's what I'm giving you.
And how long have you been seeing this man?
And you ran with it.
About 6 months.
How many children does he have?
2.
Has he been married before?
No.
Oh.
And he has 2 kids. How many baby mamas?
2.
Oh. Oh.
Right. So he's a skyscraper. 2 kids, 2 different women, and you're in New York?
Yeah.
Making 150, so that's roughly 75,000. Anywhere else. And then a 26-year-old went to college. What's he do for a living?
Well, he joined NYPD, so he's actually in classes for that now, which isn't a lot of money because they make probably about $45 a year.
Right.
And how are you calling him a higher level man?
Right.
Well, I go with the intelligence and how you treat me. I'm not gonna go by your salary because
I don't give a shit what you go by.
Do you hear
That's
this
not what the
shit?
world goes.
Hold up.
2 different women, and you're in New York.
Oh my God.
Making 150, so that's roughly 75,000. Anywhere else?
Check him out.
And a 26-year-old went to college. What's he do for a living?
What does he do?
Well, he joined NYPD, so he's actually in classes for that now, which isn't a lot of money because they make probably about $45.
Right.
And how you
And we
him
know
a higher
that.
level man?
Why is he high level
Well,
man?
I go with the intelligence and how you treat me. I'm not gonna go by your salary because at the end of the day, I do.
I don't give a shit what you go by.
Right.
That's not what the world goes by.
I'm listening to you because I got on here to get some knowledge from you. You know,
Well,
I'm gonna listen to what you got to say.
What the?
all we gotta do is look at your life.
Right.
You make up your own definitions. You
Right.
make up your own rules.
It
You call
feels
shit
to
what
me.
you want 'em to.
Well, I feel.
And my question is, when you retire at 65, when you retire at retirement age 65,
Right.
are you gonna have your your $2.4 million you're gonna need between 65 and 85?
Ooh.
No,
Okay.
I'm
Then
not even gonna sit here and say yes.
who's gonna pay for you?
Who?
Well, I mean, I have goals in life that I'm working on.
Yeah, man, you're 37. Who's gonna pay for you? I ask you, when you get to be 65 and life is on the way being over, there is no more goals in life. You're a senior citizen. Who's going to pay for you?
That nigga said 65, nigga,
No
life is
husband, no
over.
kid.
No
Who's
more
gonna
goals
pay?
in life. She just
Well,
sitting.
it's whatever I have at that point, what I've done.
And when the money runs out,
Right.
the money runs out, and you can't pay your rent,
Oh man.
what happens?
I don't think it's gonna get to that level.
Oh yeah, it will. Yes, it will. See, that's why I asked you. You're going to need your $2.4 million because you're going to have to live for 20 years. You're going to have to pay your rent. You're going to have to pay your utilities, groceries, elder care. Money runs out.
Yeah.
If you don't have enough money and it runs out, that means you can't pay something. Your biggest bill is your rent. When you can't pay your rent, what happens?
Your ass
If
get
anyone
put
can't
out.
pay their rent, what happens?
They get evicted.
Right. Then where do you go?
They get evicted.
I don't see my life like that.
I don't give a shit. Where do you go if you get evicted?
Answer the question.
To streets, to shelter.
Right, thank you. And see,
Right.
this is why none of these women foresee being evicted on the street. They're not going to have the money. Because if you had a career, you should be able to take care of yourself. Because if you've chosen to be unmarried, that means you've chosen to take on the financial responsibilities by yourself. That means you got to pay for it.
Right.
And if a man was in your position and couldn't pay for it, where would he end up?
Same place I'll end up, right on the streets.
But why don't men understand this and y'all think you think
Right.
so?
Men
you can't
understand
honestly-
it.
so-
Women don't.
Let's just say in my scenario, you don't have the money. Let's just say you have half the money.
Half the
Let's just say
money.
you got 1.2 million, which we know that's not true. Let's just say you got it.
Let's just hypothetically.
You can't work anymore.
Okay.
Where do you think it's going to come from?
Right.
The
Well, that's
money.
what retirement plans are for.
What?
Ma'am, I don't care what you call it. It totals up to a certain amount of money.
Right.
If you got half of what you need, call it whatever you want to. Where's the other part gonna come from?
And see,
Wait up to 2 days
and see, she laughing. It's funny to her. You see what I'm saying? But he's bringing reality into the situation, and like he said, they are delusional. Not all, but some ones he talked to are delusional. Back to you, Sam.
See, I'm not laughing. I'm talking to a 40-year-old woman.
And I told you,
And I'm
laughing.
chuckling like this is a game.
Right.
It's not a game.
But yeah, you
There's no
laugh.
answer
but-
for it. There's no
Yeah,
answer.
it is. I
There's
mean,
no
you'll be
Yes.
eating cat food, dog food. You'll be homeless. You're in New York City. It's called the street. This world is not set up for average earning payroll officer women to live by themselves.
Well, I
So-
work for a little company, so
I don't care. Do you make more than 6 figures?
No.
no.
Do you make more than 90,000?
Yes.
Less than 100?
No.
What
You
the
make more
fuck?
than 90,000 a year?
Yes, I do.
Less than 100?
No, I do not.
Then you make 6 figures?
My love, I make 150,000.
This woman I just asked you make 6 figures. She said no. You can get.
We on Instagram, and I don't know who's watching to be knowing my salary.
I don't give a gives a shit what you make, man. It's $75,000 adjusted. That ain't no money in New York City.
I make 75,000. I make 100.
Rent adjusted. I used to live in New York City, and I know how much it costs. I'm in New York City every month. Rent, how much is your rent? Rent is around $3,000 a month. That's $36,000 a year. So you can make 150. You still ain't gonna have enough money to live.
Dang.
You pay federal tax, state tax, city tax.
Federal tax, state
You're
tax,
talking to
and
somebody who don't know what
city
they're
tax.
talking about.
I respect
You know what they
you said.
talking about.
I
You know what they
respect it,
talking
but the
about.
bottom line is, you are choosing to be an unmarried woman out here. You better be able to pay for yourself between 65 and 85, because the government ain't doing it. There won't be Social Security. Whatever you make, whatever you invest, is what you gotta live on. And if you run out of money, just like if we run out of money,
Right.
you will be on the street.
You know what I'm talking about? On the boulevard, nigga. So thank y'all, OCB said. Subscribe, baby. Thank you for watching. Comment down below what you think, because I'm rocking with us. Holla.